Hey everybody, welcome back. I just wanted to take a real quick minute and say thank you to everybody who helped me get over 1,000 subscribers. It's really awesome. You guys are fantastic. So anyway, I really appreciate that. Let's get into it. So I'm about to do a review. I don't do reviews very much. I may start doing them. I figured I should make some kind of content, right? So we're going to talk about Sunday night's Walking Dead. Last night's, depending on when you watched it. This is going to be spoiler filled. Warning, spoilers. So we start this episode out with Rick finally getting around to reading the letter Carl wrote to him. So he's reading it, and Carl's basically telling him what we figured he would tell him. Kind of like what the vision we saw of Carl saw in the future. Remember Negan gardening and being friendly with Jude and stuff like that. Then we move over to Gregory and Simon having a meeting where Simon's basically telling Gregory that he's no use to him anymore, and he can't show that he's weak by letting Gregory walk, so he's got to kill him and everything. And then to Gregory's credit, he brought that fake guyness out of him, brought that out of himself, and he stepped up to Simon acting all big and bad and yelling, and Simon just did some weird hand maneuver where he slapped him down like some weird judo. And yeah, Gregory, he sharpened up real quick. Simon asked him to make some coffee for him, so Gregory's useful to him as long as he can make a good cup of coffee, to which Gregory said he makes the best in the land. We finally went back to Aaron and his trials and tribulations of trying to get the swamp women to join their side, and it's not working out very well. It looks like he's like starving and thirsting to death out there in the woods. Women are just walking over him and making fun of him. Then we go visit Dwight over in the bullet factory where he's teaching the madams how to make his special college treat of mac and cheese, with the special ingredient being garlic. It's a pretty funny scene. As he's enjoying his mac and cheese, he realizes that Father Gabriel's been making the bullets incorrectly with the primer sticking out too far, so it could malfunction if they slam fire on accident. The bullet could go off and hurt somebody, and he finds out that Gregory's actually making them wrong and in hopes that they just don't work at all, because he doesn't want his own people getting killed, understandably, and he's having a crisis of conscience about it, and he's like still sick. Eugene is like deathly afraid of catching it. So Eugene decides to take his mac and cheese outside and test fire the rounds that Father Gabriel had been making to see if they're all like bougie or whatever. Next we cut over to Dwight, who's sneaking a cigarette outside, and much to his surprise, he hears Negan behind him, trademark whistling. He's pretty shocked to see him, obviously. Negan is looking dapper. I guess he had a chance to go up to his room and bust the hair gel out or something, because I mean he's been like tied up and abducted and fighting Rick in an abandoned house. Yet his hair is amazing. I don't know. He stopped and got some LA looks or something. So he gets Dwight to help him move a dumpster to a certain area as they're talking, and he's telling him his plan basically. They go to the meeting. It shows Simon getting his dressing down by Negan. And you think Simon's going to get it. He capitulates, sort of. He gets on his knees, and you think he's going to get it. But Negan pats him on the shoulder and says all's forgiven. I think at this point, Negan knows he needs all the people he can get, and Simon's one of his mad dogs, so, you're going to need him around. Probably shouldn't kill him. It's around this point, I think, that where Eugene was going outside to enjoy his mac and cheese, and his guards took arrows to the heads as Rosita and Daryl were outside waiting to pick them off, and they abscond with Eugene. We get to the big Savior's warehouse, and they're having a meeting with Negan, and he's got the big map showing up where what their plan is. They're going to set up snipers all around the kingdom, and then just one by one snipe people wherever they can. Anytime they poke their head up, snipe them. If they leave to go get food, snipe them. Cut to Dwight in his room, and you see he's making a copy of the map that Negan had made, because he wants to obviously get it to Rick so he can ambush Negan's guys who are planning to set up the sniper's nest. Simon knocks on his door and walks in and tells him that they're going to have a meeting outside in the courtyard with all the other buddies that are down to take Negan out, and Dwight agrees. He's going to meet him out there. Around then we get back to Daryl and Rosita and Eugene slowly walking back to their car, which I guess they parked really, really far away. And then of course their car is surrounded by zombies, and they reason that because zombies heard them pull up. And Daryl's like, I'll get him, and he's Daryl, but we all love you, but man, this slow crossbow, he takes one of them out, and then he puts it on the ground and steps on it and cocks up another. It just doesn't seem very practical, but we've all discussed that before. So anyway, during all this commotion, Eugene sees that there are more zombies coming up behind him, and he doesn't tell Rosita about it. and he puts his like finger down. He's got his finger pointed down. And you think, oh, what is he gonna do? This is Eugene. Is he gonna like do like a nerve pinch on her, like a Vulcan death pinch, or like a nerve grab or something? No, that's not what he's doing. He sticks it in his finger and he makes his gag reflexes. He makes himself puke what I guess is garlic mac and cheese, projectile vomits all over Rosita, like some sort of bioweapon. It's pretty disgusting, and obviously she's shocked. He uses that time to dip, so he runs through a fence and she shoots at him. Daryl finally gets to him, and they go under the fence, and they come across this huge pile of ash and burned bodies, just like look like there'd been a big barbecue of bodies there. And Daryl, who I'm surprised he even fell for that, he's a tracker, isn't he? I thought he was like a big tracker. How do you not see that? Because that's what I thought he was going to notice that. But no, him and Rosita run right past it, and sure enough, there's Eugene hiding under all the ash and stuff, and he pokes his head out like a weird gopher. So, cut to the courtyard. Simon and his meeting of his turncoats are all there. Simon is telling his plan to Dwight. Simon keeps bringing up the stuff that Negan did to Dwight about his wife and how he should be the one to kill him, and he offers him the chance and all that. And then around then you hear the whistling, the Negan whistling, and everybody knows they're screwed at that point. He steps around the dumpster. It makes you wonder, how did Negan know they were going to meet there? Like, how did he know they were going to meet in the courtyard? Because he had Dwight move that dumpster there so he could, I guess, crouch behind it. You saw how much taller he was in that dumpster. It's funny to picture he was just back there kind of like huddled behind it listening. Ooh, what are they talking about? Again, I just don't get how he knew that they would meet there, but whatever. It's Walking Dead. But Negan actually finally calls Simon out for what he did to the garbage people too, which we've been waiting for that to happen, because Negan's known about it, and you've been waiting for him to get in Simon's ass about it. Cut to the Negan and Simon fight. Simon is speaking real big, hyping up the crowd. And at one point, it looked like he even did like a little Negan impression, but just to sucker punch Negan. They fight for a little bit, kind of like a grown dude fight. It wasn't too flashy or anything. And then it started to turn. Negan started kicking his ass, and it was like at that point that Dwight and Gregory were sitting there watching, and they were kind of like, "Oh, shit, well, we know who's gonna win this." And Dwight got Gregory out of there as fast as he could. He gave him the map that he had copied to send Gregory back to the kingdom. Give the map to Rick. Let him know what the plan is. They're going to set these snipers up. We go back to Negan choking the life out of Simon, saying that he created some sort of loophole, and now that the people in the kingdom know there's a loophole and a way to get out of it, he's got to kill everybody in the kingdom, just like he's going to kill Simon. And he did. He choked him until you heard like a brake noise. It was bad. After his victory, we go to Negan and Dwight walking down a corridor, and Negan is basically offering Dwight a promotion for helping him set the sting up on Simon, to which Dwight accepts, said, "Yeah, all right, I'll do it. You can count on me. I'll help you take down Rick." And that is when Negan does his little look, and he says, "It's all right, buddy, you already have." They open Dwight's door, and boom, there's Laura. You remember Laura? She got away after Dwight shot up all of his buddies. Laura saw it happen. She took off running. That obviously was who Negan picked up in the car when she was hitchhiking in the end of that one episode. And Negan tells him that the plan all along was to get him to communicate with Rick, give Rick the fake map, so now he knows where Rick and his people will be, and he can effectively take them all out in one fell swoop. And another one of my favorite parts of the episode, Eugene finally shows up looking like a modern Danzig. And he goes up to the girl with the terrible Fallout haircut, and he's like, what's going on? And she tells him Negan's back, and what they're gonna do about the plan, because Rick fell for it and all that good stuff. And so at that point, he tells crazy Fallout hair girl that he can complete the order. They'll get the bullets for the ambush, and he tells all of his buddies that it's time to work. We go to the outside of the sanctuary, where we see the fate of Simon. He's now been zombified, looking crazy as hell, and he's pinned up on the front fence with all the other zombies, and he's just left out there like barking and chattering his teeth and stuff, looking insane. We see Negan in the background, and he gets a call on his walkie-talkie from Michonne, who's not very far away, and she asks to speak to him. And there's kind of a funny part where he asks, just to clarify, you the girl with the dreads and the sword. He asks to speak to Rick. She says he's not there. She's only there because Carl wrote him a letter, and she wants to read it to him. And she reads it to him, and it's a little bit like Rick's letter. It's, hey, look, maybe you'll kill my dad, maybe he'll kill you. Or maybe there's another way where everybody can just start over. Of course, Negan's not feeling that, so he basically tells Michonne that it's too late for that. There's no starting over. The only way to start over is for everybody at the kingdom to die. And that's where we left off. Negan drops the walkie-talkie and stomps it. Overall, it was a pretty good episode. It didn't piss me off like the one where everybody was sleeping in the house and they left the front door wide open and there's zombies rolling down the stairs and nobody heard it. Like, there wasn't like that kind of stuff. Or the kid opening the gate even though he could just stick the gun right through the holes in the gate, So there wasn't anything like that in it. Nothing frustrating like that. I wasn't really rubbing my head too much, other than the fact that Negan knew where the meeting was going to be outside. But I'd recommend it. I gave the episode a 7.5. 7.5. But thank you for watching my quick breakdown and review of episode 15 from season 8 of Walking Dead. The episode was called Worth. Tune in. I'll do the next one next week after I watch it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, subscribe, like the video if you did, and let me know if you want to see any more reviews. Maybe I can do some movies or something too. Alright, everybody. Later.